Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name's Artie with CoinCasso, and in this video, we go over the top news articles written in the last 24 hours to find out exactly what's going on in the cryptocurrency world. So I genuinely thought that Bitcoin was actually going to drop a little bit lower before we saw a nice upswing again, but the market proved me wrong, and it's explained in this first article, which is titled, "As Bitcoin Falls to Two-Week Lows, Small Investors Look to Be Buying." With Bitcoin's price losing altitude again, small investors appear to be seeking exposure to the top cryptocurrency by market value. Prices fell by 9.8% last week to register Bitcoin's biggest weekly decline since the second week of March. A two-week low of 8,630 was registered early on Monday, with prices seen at 8,730, down 11% over the post-halving high of 9,960 registered on May 18th. Despite the price drop, or perhaps because of it, the number of addresses holding small amounts of Bitcoin has continued to rise. The number of unique addresses holding at least 0.01 BTC, around $87, rose to a new high of 8,478,746 on Sunday, according to data provided by blockchain intelligence firm Glassnode. Meanwhile, the number of addresses holding at least 0.1 Bitcoin, roughly $870, also rose to a lifetime high, reaching 3,053,004 on Friday. Both metrics regained their upwards trajectory following the May 11th mining reward halving. The dip demand may be associated with the bullish narrative that Bitcoin could repeat history by charting a solid price rally over the next 12 months. The cryptocurrency witnessed a 30% pullback over the last 4 weeks, following its second reward halving on July 9th, 2016. However, the decline was erased in the subsequent months, and prices rallied to record highs by March 2016. If you really look back at the charts of the previous halvings, nothing really happened after, and then it saw a slight decline, and then it had the most gains it ever had. We're almost seeing exactly the same thing. We did hit that $10,000 barrier, then dropped back down, which is what we are currently at. And like I said in previous videos weeks ago, that we should see a nice upwards climb towards that $12,000 mark, which is going to be a huge resistance point. So as we are looking at an upswing right now, it may be a good option to actually get into Bitcoin, watching it rise up to that $10,000 level. And you can do so on the CoinCasso Cryptocurrency exchange. Just go to coincasso.com and register for a free account today. And on to our next article of the day, which is titled, "Telegram Quits Court Fight with the SEC Over TON Blockchain Project." Telegram has thrown in the towel in its court battle against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and will no longer be fighting the ban on its blockchain token project. In a filing on Friday, the message app provider said it was withdrawing its appeal over the previous court decision that backed the SEC in prohibiting the issuance of Gram tokens to investors both in and outside of the U.S. The new document filed with the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit states, "The rule means that the parties have filed an agreement for dismissal of the case without prejudice. As such, the case is over for now, but not necessarily forever." Telegram raised $1.7 billion in a private token sale in early 2018 to develop a blockchain named Telegram Open Network, or TON. The project was halted by the SEC for violating U.S. securities law in October, weeks before its scheduled launch. After 6 months of written arguments from both sides and one hearing in the Southern District Court of New York, Judge Kevin Castle supported the initial preliminary injunction, barring Telegram from issuing tokens to investors on March 24th. Telegram moved immediately to appeal, but that effort died with Friday's filing. Now, if you're unfamiliar on token sales and ICOs, please watch this video. That'll give you the basics of what's going on here. But basically, to sum this up, after Bitcoin rallied and hit its $20,000 mark, a lot of companies started releasing their own tokens or initial coin offering. This was basically just crowdfunding money for these startups, unregulated completely, and a lot of these people that started these ICOs just took the money and ran. So the SEC stepped in and put regulations on this, because in their eyes, a token sale is like a security or an IPO for a standard company that gets listed on the stock exchange. Telegram tried to get around this, finding loopholes, but failed because the SEC SEC saw what they were doing. So basically, if Telegram wants to continue now, the SEC knows what's going on. They're going to have to put the TON project as an actual company and do an IPO, jumping through many hoops and many regulations to get approved. But for now and in the near future, I think that's the last we're going to be hearing about Telegram's TON project. And on to our last article of the day, which is titled ZCASH's First Halving May Solve Its Inflation Problem. Mining reward halvings are a hot topic in the cryptocurrency markets as they alter a cryptocurrency's supply and often have a significant impact on the prices. Bitcoin, the biggest cryptocurrency by market value, underwent its third halving on May 11th, which reduced the reward per block mined to 6.25 Bitcoin from 12.5. Bitcoin offshoots, Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin SV also witnessed halvings in April. Next in line is ZCASH, a privacy-focused cryptocurrency first created in 2016 that uses a proof-of-work algorithm and encrypts users' information within shielded transactions. Currently, it is the 26th largest cryptocurrency by market value. Rewards per block mined on the ZCASH blockchain, launched and supported by the electric coin company, are currently scheduled to be cut by 50% from the current 6.25 ZCASH to 3.125 ZCASH. ZCASH's high inflation rate has long been a cause of concern among the investors and the analyst community. If ZCASH were a country, it'd have the 8th highest inflation rate worldwide at 32%. The cryptocurrency was one of the worst performers in the first 9 months of 2019, largely due to its disproportionate supply hitting the market. These concerns, however, may ease following November's supply cut. Now, personally, I'm not a big fan of altcoins. I usually stick to the top 3 or 4 cryptocurrencies. They have the highest volume, they have the highest market cap, and they're the most recognizable, meaning they will actually sustain in the future. It's the same if you think about all these social media platforms that came out after MySpace. One by one, they all gained their popularity in some shape or form, but overall, there was a winner. There was one platform that everybody chose, and that was Facebook. I believe the same thing is going to happen in the cryptocurrency space. Bitcoin was the first and largest, and all these other competitors are going to come in biting at its heels. And anywhere from 2 to 5 years, we should see a lot of them fall off because people don't use them, and we'll have like a top 4 or 5 cryptocurrencies that people only trust those. I'd love to know your guys' opinion. What is your favorite cryptocurrency and why? Just leave it in the comments below. We'll see which one gets the most likes, and I will do a specific video on that altcoin. And that's it for the news today, guys. Don't forget to like the Facebook page, subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell to get notified every time we upload a new video, and join us again tomorrow when we go over the top cryptocurrency prices as well as the news.